To the report today, the 16th of October 2024. Okay, news events for this one. Today, I'd like to talk about the analysis of Ethereum ETFs and market performances, right? So first of all, I think for those that are still new to this, an introduction to what an Ethereum ETF is and when did it happen. So Ethereum ETF launched in the US on July 23rd, 2024, following the early introduction of Bitcoin ETFs. Now, despite initial optimism, the performance of Ethereum ETFs have been underwhelming compared to Bitcoin ETFs, right? So, Bitcoin ETFs, particularly spot Bitcoin ETFs, have seen significant inflows, holding nearly $19 billion US over 10 months. As for the Ethereum ETFs, they have faced challenges, seeing a net outflow of 546 million instead after 3 months of trading. So this is a stark contrast if you were to compare it with the Bitcoin, as there was a lot of very positive outlook when the Ethereum ETF was launched. So what's happening with the current market situation? Now, the latest data from US crypto funds Farsight Investors highlights the stark contrast between the two leading cryptocurrencies ETFs. Bitcoin ETFs have seen net inflows of more than 5 billion, a strong indicator of their popularity. In contrast, the Ethereum ETFs has counted net outflow of 546, right, over the same period, reflecting lower investor demand. And the most significant outflow were from Grayscale's Ethereum Trust, ETHE, which transitioned from a closed-end fund to a spot ETF. There was a transition. Now, Grayscale ETHE saw unexpected outflow of 2.5 billion, exceeding JP Morgan's forecast of 1 billion. So this was the part where it was a bit out. The expectation ran because the outflow from Grayscale was more than expected. So actually, Grayscale tried to do a lot of things to stem this outflow. First of all, to counteract this, Grayscale launched a smaller Ether ETF, but it has only attracted 200 million in inflows, further demonstrating the underperformance of Ethereum ETFs compared to Bitcoin ETFs. So what is this problem? Why is Ethereum not as popular as Bitcoin? So here are the key issues facing Ethereum ETFs. First of all is the lack of exposure to staking. Now, one major issue with Ethereum ETF is that they do not provide exposure to Ethereum staking, a feature highly attractive to many investors. Now, staking allows Ethereum holders to earn a yield, currently around 3.5%, by locking their assets in the network. Now, investors who hold Ethereum directly can stake it and earn this yield, but this opportunity is unavailable through ETFs. So additionally, Ethereum's ETFs come with management fees ranging from 0.15 to 2.5%, which diminishes the value proposition. As a result, fund managers are likely hesitant to invest in Ethereum ETFs as they can achieve better returns by buying and staking Ethereum directly. Okay, so if I have the money and I can buy Ethereum directly and stake it and get more, why do I need to just buy ETFs and now pay a management fee? So this is one of things that could be the reason why so far we are not seeing the popularity of the Ethereum. Now, the next thing is the complexity of Ethereum's value proposition. Now, Ethereum is more complex compared to Bitcoin. To understand Bitcoin, understand Ethereum it's different. Understanding Bitcoin much easier. So it makes it harder for traditional investors to grasp its full value quickly. While Bitcoin's simplicity and its position as a digital gold makes it easier to market, Ethereum's various applications such as decentralized finance, DeFi, and tokenization complicates its messaging. Okay, so Bloomberg Intelligence ETF analyst Eric Balkunas notes that this complexity makes it difficult for Ethereum ETFs to break into the 60-40 baby boomer world. 60-40 here means like 60% in the stocks, 40 in bonds. Baby boomers group, they don't really understand what all this cryptocurrency is all about. So in this baby boomer world, simplicity and straightforward value proposition are key to attracting interest. When they don't understand, it's difficult. So for instance, while Bitcoin can be easily be explained, it's like it stores value. There's a future value to it. Because there's only like 21 million Bitcoins ever produced. It's easy, and because of that, it's called shows scarcity as something like an asset class that has scarcity, so people will want it. Okay, so people can understand, these baby boomers can understand. Ethereum, with the diverse application, require more education, making it harder to pitch in simple terms, right? So that's another issue that could happen. And then we also finally have the valuation concerns. Okay, if they look into detail what Ethereum is. Now, Ethereum's current valuation has raised concerns among traditional investors, with a market cap approximately 314 billion. Ethereum is valued higher than most global banks, with the exception of JP Morgan, which is 634 billion, and Bank of America 332 billion. Well, it's not really that far away from Bank of America already. So this is an issue, is this Ethereum really worth much more than the America's top banks? So that is a question. So Quinn Thompson, founder of crypto hedge fund Lacquer Capital, points out that Ethereum's valuation appears high even when compared to large technology companies, making it less attractive to institutional investors at this level. So anyway, comparisons with Bitcoin ETFs, the launch of spot Ethereum ETFs was never intended to challenge Bitcoin ETFs in terms of inflows. Okay, Ethereum's market cap is about a quarter of Bitcoins, and this has served as a reasonable baseline for predicting how demand for spot Ethereum ETFs would compare to Bitcoin's ETFs. So given this market dynamics, it's no surprise that Ethereum ETFs appears underwhelming next to Bitcoin ETFs. Now, Bitcoin products have set numerous records and are considered some of the most successful ETFs in history. For example, BlackRock's IBIT and Fidelity's FBTC coin ETFs raised 4.2 billion and 3.5 billion respectively in their first 30 days, surpassing the previous record 2.2 billion set by BlackRock's Climate Conscious Fund in August 2023. So, but despite these impressive results for Bitcoin ETFs, Ethereum ETFs, while not replicating these numbers, have performed reasonably well if you look into detail, right? Take away the whatever the grayscale is. Now, according to Nate Garassi, president of ETF Store, funds such as BlackRock's ETHE, Fidelity's FBTC, and Bitwise ETHW have attracted nearly 1 billion, 367 million, and 239 million in assets, respectively, okay, in just 2.5 months. Okay, so this, if you look on this part, then it's a different case. Things look okay, because if you look at the past, their grayscale for Bitcoin, also the same case. You saw that outflows, but the outflows was not strong enough, to create that negativity around what it has done for Ethereum. But if you just set it based on BlackRock alone, yeah, this is 1 billion. It's 1 billion funds near in 2.5 months. So this could rise as the popularity of Ethereum goes on, okay, of cryptocurrency as well. So though Ethereum ETFs are far from Bitcoin's meteoric rise, their performance is notable, with 3 of these funds ranking among the top 25 ETFs for this year. All right. So end of the day, let's put on a conclusion. Now, Ethereum ETFs, of course, they're fallen short of expectations. You can't deny that. So while Ethereum's performance is currently lagging behind, the long-term prospects remain positive based on what it is and the other cryptocurrency platforms that's built on top of the Ethereum platforms. So the usage of Ethereum will rise. You can't deny that part, right? So as investors become more familiarized with Ethereum's applications, such as stable coins, decentralized finance, DeFi, tokenization, and prediction markets, there is growing optimism that Ethereum's ETFs will see increasing demand over time. Now, Ethereum's complex ecosystem offers a broader range of use cases beyond just a store of value, and this technology is embraced. The performance of Ethereum ETFs could improve significantly in the long run. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. It's just like internet in the early days, the people, Web 1. Now we have moved to Web 3. As things progress, you see much more usage cases and the popularity. So the same process Ethereum will go through. Okay, it's because it's totally a different thing altogether if you were to compare it to Bitcoin. Okay, so I believe that this will rise and that we will see now. Okay, so that's the report for today.